What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So, y'all let me know. Is the Shy just gonna be coming on streaming, uh, Friday nights now? Because that's how it's been for the past couple of weeks, which I don't have a problem with. But yeah, just let me know. I literally just got in the door. I watched the episode while I was at work. So I'm going off memory, and I'ma just say this. This episode kinda annoyed me. And it was a few things that annoyed me, all right? So if y'all don't know, this is the Shy season 5, episode 2. Oh girl. All right. So, when the episode ended last week, it ended with Duda and Q coming back. I said, now, Q, you need to take your ass back to wherever the hell you had it, okay? Because at this point, we see what it is. Y'all got to go back to season 1 where old boy who was, damn, what is his name? I can't remember his name, but he used to be in charge of the streets under Q. You know what I'm saying? Well, not under Q. He was the new dude, okay? And Q didn't like the way that he was running stuff or whatever. So he was still, that's why he was there, because he trying to get the streets back. And at this point, listen, Q is too damn old. And it goes to show that, sometimes once a street nigga, always a street nigga, okay? No matter how sophisticated looking they are, no matter how old they get, they still want to stay in that street mentality, because the reason why he is there with Duda is because, of course, Duda works for him. Duda works for him. You know what I'm saying? And Tracy is trying to understand what the hell it is that they want, and she was like, first of all, because she was like, listen, he said something about the cops, and she said, we getting the cops off the street. He said, no, you supposed to pay off the cops. You ain't supposed to get them off the street. And I'm sitting here like, what? Baby, we need the cops, the police for a certain extent, but when it comes to like getting them off the street, us to, not coming into the neighborhoods unjustly and bothering people, that's what Tracy's organization is trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Showing that we can help, the community can help itself sometimes in certain instances, you know what I'm saying? Without the fear of certain type of cops, and I said certain type of cops, coming in and just, playing us left and doing us dirty or whatever. Quincy ain't for that. Or Quincy Q, whatever. He ain't for that. He ain't for that. He want things to go back to the way that it was. He said, listen, I came in last night and I see how things is, and, I don't even recognize the city no more. And I'm sitting here like, so you got an issue with the fact that, Tracy is basically have this organization that's cleaning up the streets. Trying to bring some unity, trying to bring some peace. But yeah, you want that mess to happen. You want mess to happen. You want there to be issues. Talking about no, we need the cops, okay? The politicians and the cops are pawn. The streets of Chicago is ruled by gangs and all this stuff. And he basically wanted to go back to the way that it was. I said, damn, bitch, what about evolution? Okay, what about evolving and becoming better and getting out of this stuff? All right. Why do you want, I just don't understand that. I don't understand. Like, I understand the quick money when you're young and you're trying to stack your paper, you know what I'm saying? You're trying to make a better life. But once you got that, it's an opportunity for you to get out. Why don't you get out and go do something else so that you can live a less stressful life? Okay, so that you won't have to worry about bribing this person, bribing that person, or, you get knocked for this and your shipment getting taken from this and, looking over your shoulder because this rivalry is coming after you. And I'm sitting here looking at Quincy like, Q, I hope his name is Q or Quincy, either or. Quentin or Quincy. Put it in the comments because I can't remember. I just know it's Q. I'm just looking like, sir, you're too old for this, okay? You are entirely too old for this. And I know it's older, people that's still out there in the streets like this, and I look at them like that too. You're too old for this, okay? It's time to move on. Let that dream go and let's better ourselves, okay? And basically, made it so that Tracy had to oblige, because dude, I was like, I tried to change things when I got up into politics or whatever, but, shit didn't change. And Q said, because you a street nigga, that's where you supposed to be at. Come to find out, Tracy whole organization, the Rock organization, the Trinity House or whatever, all of that is being funded by Duda, which is being funded by freaking Q. So if Tracy don't do what Q wants her to do, or I should say wants him to do, like I said in the beginning, okay, he gonna take his money back. He gonna shut shit down. And see, I don't like stuff like that. That just makes me so mad, the way that, he trying to pull his power trip and then gonna say something, who's your daddy now? Because she was like, you know what? Our son died over some stuff like this, and this is the reason why I founded this organization. And even dude, I said, all of this stuff happened because all this stuff got set in motion because of the death of y'all son. And he trying to get it back, and I'm just like, Q, what? This is stupid. And you know what make it so stupid? It's not the writing that they put in here. It is the fact that this happens, especially out here. Niggas don't know when to just give up control and to go do something else with their lives, okay? Continuing on with this whole storyline, we get back at the Trinity house at Rock or whatever. And of course, Trig is all up in his feelings. Shy trying to make it... Now, Shy tried to make it seem like, oh, it's okay. Imani, she'll be here cool. She'll be all right. It'll be cool. That's what he was trying to make it seem like last week at the end of the episode, right? When Imani didn't show up. I still have an issue with that whole thing. But now I guess they come to the conclusion that Imani is not coming back at all, okay? And because Shy just like, damn, girl just left you. I heard people being left at the altar, but not left at the engagement. She ain't even show up. I said, now what type of fucking friend are you? You say supposed to kick the man white down. Tracy come up in there trying to talk to him and whatever, see what's going on and all of this or whatever. And I got bit on my leg. I might have to start wearing pants this summer. Baby, it's just July 1st. We only a couple of weeks into the summer, and technically speaking, and my legs ate the fuck up. Girl, anyway, so that was going on, and I'm just sitting here like, damn, Rashad, be a friend. Tracy is like, you know what? How you doing, Trig? And I was like, stop it. I need y'all to just stop, waddling over me and all this shit. The way that they was doing to Trig, that's what Sheree wanted Candy and them to do to her over goddamn Tyrone. Okay? I'm sitting here like, Sheree, this what you wanted? You see how they all up in their business, all up in his business and shit? That's what you wanted with them? Okay, I get it. Anyway, ain't no Real Housewives of Atlanta coming on tomorrow. I mean... Damn, I'm so over it. And I had to remember because the 4th is on Monday. But what the fuck they got to do with it? Hold on, let me see something. 2:37. Bravo. Let me make sure. Yeah. There's no episode. But anyway, we'll get back to that. That's a little bit of a break. Is P-Valley coming on tomorrow? Please don't let it be not coming on. I mean, if the shot came on, Okay, so we got P-Valley. So, y'all will get P-Valley tomorrow, all right? Or, yeah, early in the morning, because I got to go to work. Anyway, moving on from that. Oh, Wednesday is my last day at work until the 22nd. I'm about to be laid up in this bitch. But anyway, so yeah, Tracy wind up doing that or whatever. Shad runs up seeing one of this girl that comes in. And, they was trying to cheer him up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But we see this girl comes in and she's giving away some stuff or whatever. And it's cool. And Shad, she catches Shad's eye, okay? He wants her. And I will say this. Some people say that they don't trust Rashad right now. I'm not going to say that I don't trust him. I'm just going to link, because I mean, damn it, bitch, we said that shit, or some of y'all said that shit about Christian. I ain't going to throw my ass up in there, because I probably did, but you ain't going to get me to say it, okay? And let's talk about Christian for a second. The whole good guy situation, because I did see a comment. It was like, it's so crazy how the good guys always get played left or whatever, something like that. People don't want the good guy, they go after the bad. And I don't feel like Keisha was trying to make it seem like Christian wasn't a good guy and she didn't want him because he was a good guy. Keisha didn't want him in a relationship aspect, because Keisha still has to get to know herself. After all that trauma that she been through, she was still healing. So honestly, I feel she did the right thing. She didn't need to go jumping into a relationship and try to have somebody else take care of her. She has to get to know her. She has to learn her. That's why she said she still wanted to be friends with him. That's why she has so much nice things to say about him, because he did absolutely nothing wrong. And she knows that. That's why he didn't curse her out. Okay, because he is a good guy, comes to find out, for those that felt like he wasn't. Some of y'all was like, damn, I was hoping, I thought he was gonna be the kidnapper's son. I thought he was gonna be this. I never thought that. But you know, he just a good guy that came along to show her that she is worthy of love, to show her that she can have those feelings again, and that it's okay to let someone in. But it's also okay to love herself and to get to know herself, and to say no if she don't want to, and to say yes to what she wants, okay? And that is what she did. Christian helping her to find her voice a little bit out of the trauma that she was going through, okay? You know, so I appreciate his character coming in and showing her that, you know what I'm saying? But back to Rashad. Rashad did a whole 180. We saw him coming around a little bit towards the end of, at the end of the last season. You know, he was such a hardened criminal. He was so institutionalized, you know, and it took him a minute to get out of that mode. Remember how he was coming at Trig because of the way that, you know, Trig hit the people that Trig liked, you know, given that Imani was a trans woman, he had his issues with that. But then he came around to Imani and he actually liked her, protected her at the end. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember the last episode. And, you know, I was looking forward to seeing that relationship between Rashad and Imani grow as well. But then we saw what happened with that. Imani's no longer on the show. So I did like the fact that they still have it so that Rashad is still working on himself. You still see that he's a little bit of rough behind the edges a little bit, but he is still trying to work on himself. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I can call me crazy, call me naive. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm going to say that he is really trying to work on himself, and he's really trying to do good. He's doing good for the community. He's helping out trying to get these kids off the streets or whatever. We saw that last week. He done got this new girl. I mean, he went over there. He said, "Nah, this one for me, player." Because Trig was like, you know, I thought you was supposed to be trying to give me something. I said, Trig, you just got out the relationship. You ain't, sir, go find you somebody to fuck on. I'm looking at this lady. This lady don't want that. This lady wants somebody that's going to actually take her serious. And I was really happy. Rashad came over there and was like, excuse me. What's up, Miss Lady? How you doing? Whatever. Can I talk to you for a second? No. Can I sing to you? Excuse me, miss. What's your name? Can I take you out to... I said, come on, Jason Weaver. You still got a little bit of voice. He was just playing right then and there. Y'all know Jason Weaver could sing, right? And for the youngest that don't know, Jason Weaver was the baby voice, the singing voice for Little Simba in the original Lion King. I said, you know what, Jason? You better fucking do that shit. That was cute. She won over a little bit because, bitch, you would have got me. I'm telling you, I'm such a bird. And that ain't even a bird thing. That was just some cute shit, okay? And everybody was just listening. They started clapping at the end. He like, oh, my God, so y'all was over there just eavesdropping. I said, nigga, you doing it right in the middle of the floor. I'm going to listen to somebody start singing like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, boy, if you don't stop. But that is cute as shit, dog. That would have been me. The fuck? Anyway. So, all that was going on. And at first, it seemed like she was about to curve him because, you know, he was like, he wound up telling her that, you know, I'm fresh out of jail. You know, I've been in jail. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really got much. I ain't did this. I ain't did that. And as soon as she heard jail and all this stuff, and then when he introduced her to Trig, and he was like, he don't go by Trig no more because he don't shoot niggas no more. His name Victor. I said, oh my God, first of all, you ain't had to tell her all of that, okay? But at the same time, you know, she was about to curve him for a little bit. But then he won her back over. And I was about to say, girl, give him a chance. Give him a chance. Now, see, this is the difference. I know we talk about people dating people in jail. There's a difference of dating the person in jail and dating them when they get out of jail and you see that they are trying to change. And he was doing nice things or whatever. So, you know, she winds up giving him her number. He winds up cooking for her. At first they was like, give me some money to go take her out or whatever. But, he winds up cooking some fried shrimp Alfredo. Bitch, black folks love some Alfredo, whether it's chicken Alfredo or shrimp Alfredo or plain ass Alfredo. Y'all will fix an Alfredo in a second. Bitch, I'm finna go fix some Alfredo. I got an Alfredo meal, healthy choice meal in the freezer that I'm finna fix for dinner. Oh my God. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, baby. It just hits sometimes. It hits sometimes when you need it, okay? And she appreciated it, and she trusted him enough to come to his house. Because, bitch, let me tell you something. For the first date, I don't know you from Who Shot John, baby. I'm not coming to your house. We're going to a public place, okay? And we're taking separate cars. That's how it is, you know what I'm saying? But she came to the house. He cooked for her. She was impressed. And she said, out of all the people that I've dated in a while, nobody's ever cooked for me. Okay, and then they just was vibing, and I was liking it. And then what I really do love about it? Two dark skinned people together. I said, oh my God, they're beautiful, beautiful bitch. And then she was like, you know what? Cause he brought up, you wanted to have some Moscato. I mean, it's the cheap stuff, whatever. And she was like, you know what? I really don't drink it. He's like, I mean, it's still good, I guess. She said, you know what? How about I take you on a wine tasting? I said, listen, girl, Rashad, you better not, or I should say, boy, Rashad, you better not mess this up. You better not mess this up. But getting back on Trig, Tracy wound up coming in there telling him that, people was putting his name in to vote, to get on to become a city councilman or whatever. Because they see what he's doing for the community and everything. And, he was debating. I said, so he's going to be that type of person that take the same route as Duda, but do it for the right reason. Okay. Duda was the street guy, that turned the so-called businessman who had this facade of being this businessman, which he was. And then he turned to politician, being mayor or whatever. And so with that being said, you got not Duda, but Trig, aka Victor. He's gonna be doing the same thing, but see, he's gonna be doing it for the right reasons. At least that's what he thought he was. He actually wants to make a change. Duda, he wanted to just rule shit. He disguise it as making a change or whatever. He just wanted to be able to have his way or whatever, stick it to the man, all that type of shit. But see, the problem with it is that, he has a record. So, Tracy said, I can help you get that record, expunged or whatever. So it wound up being, she going to Duda. And when he found out that that it was Duda, he was like, if you would have told me that it was him, I would have never came. And Duda whole thing is, I already know this nigga ain't gonna fuck with me like that. But you need to get that motherfucker in line, okay? And tell him what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is what we need to do. And basically, at one point, you got Tracy up there buttering up Duda to get him to do this whole thing. And they finna go have sex. I said, you know what? The whole episode was making me mad because the women, why they got the women being dumb over these niggas like this, okay? You got Tracy still fucking around with Duda, girl. You giving your cakes up just to get a favor from him, and because you like him, and because you love him too. And I just don't understand, because Miss Rosalind, she's still up in the background. Bitch, where Candy at? And I was just like, girl, what? What? You really finna keep this going? I said, this man is not the man for you, okay? You get out of a situation. You trying to clear up the streets of people like him, and you finna fuck around with a nigga like him. I just don't understand it. And of course, Trig, aka Victor, we're gonna call him Victor, he just really wasn't here for it. Because at this point, they put him in a position as to, he has to do this, or else Trinity House and Rock is going to get gone. Everybody's going to lose their funding and their jobs and shit, and their safety or whatever, if he don't run for this fucking office and take Duda's help or whatever. And it's put him in a position where he's in a between a rock and a hard place, because he don't want to have any dealings with Duda. He don't want any dealings with Duda. We saw him talking to Gemma's daddy. They still got the little tape of him beating his ass, and he was like, we'll use that when we need to use that. You know what I'm saying? And so I do like the fact that Trig, aka Victor, is trying to clean up his image, but he keep on having to go back to motherfuckers that fucked it up in the first place. You know what I'm saying? And he not trying to go down that route, and they want him to fake like he's in a relationship or he was starting to be in a relationship with this girl. The girl that they showed, dude, I said that it's his play niece from Evanston. She got a clean record and all that stuff. I'm listening to the voice and I'm looking at the face. I said, is that the girl from oh my God, Dear White People, the little stuck up girl? You know, did she come from something else? I think she played the sister on 20s to the actor girlfriend. The actor girl. I don't know, but I heard her from somewhere. And at one point, when Trig found out that him, you know, taking Duda help and it's needed, or else everybody, the rock organization and the Trinity House, all that stuff gonna be gone. It seemed like he was considering it. But his whole thing is he wants to do it on his own and he wants to do it his way. That's what he wants to do. Not necessarily on his own. He wants to run a clean campaign. He wants to be elected by the truth. I don't want to have to hide that, you know, this was my background or this was my background. No, I want the truth to be out there. I don't want to run on a lie. And he left. But at first, you know, you saw Tracy got a little like, oh my God, especially when he called out they was like, when they said, listen, we finna sign these NDAs. I ain't finna sign shit. I said, I know that's right. Don't trust these motherfuckers for nothing. Nothing. Okay? But at this point, I feel like he gonna wind up giving in, but he gonna have his own stipulations. That's what it is. Because even Duda knew that that's what was gonna happen because he wasn't pissed off when he left. He wasn't pissed off when he left. He was just like, hold on, just wait a minute. Meanwhile, what's also that's going on up in Duda house, Trig or Victor's place is, you know, we got this whole situation with Jake and Gemma. Girl, I really don't give a damn. I'm so sorry. I hate the fact that they did that to their characters because I actually did like Gemma, little annoying ass, okay? Because I felt like she challenged Kevin for, you know, she was different for him, you know what I'm saying? But then she turned out to be a fucking bird and went and fucked around with his friend, and then y'all still cool. See, let me tell you something. These are kids. Because ain't no way in hell, I'm gonna keep on saying this because ain't no way in hell, ain't no way in hell, ain't no way in hell, bitch. We not finna be friends. I'm not finna be kicking it with you or whatever, you know? And so he texted her trying to, they want to meet up so that they can talk, okay, while he was in school or whatever. And then he get called to the principal office because his mom is there. I said, not the crackhead. And he was like, what the fuck you doing here? I was like, she on your emergency contact. Well, you can't take me nowhere because not Jake, but Vic Trigg is my guardian. Okay, well, she's on your emergency contact and she can come down here and get you whenever she needs to. And, you know, I was just like, Mama doing a lot. And I understand it's just a way. Like, let me tell you something. You trying to get back into your child's life after not being in your child's life, not being the parent that you need to be, popping up at their school and picking them up as if you have some type of authority or some right to be in their life like that. That's not the way to go. But of course, you know, Jake just lost one mother figure already with Imani. So, ain't no telling how that may go. Trig is already triggered about that whole situation because, you know, they wind up coming down there to the rock organization and seeing Trig, and Trig was not impressed. Trig was not enthused. Trig did not want to see that lady because the lady basically chose drugs over them. So that's where he's coming from. And, you know, I guess she had a history of trying to get clean and trying to stay clean or whatever, and it never worked. And she's always out there in the street. And now she's saying that she's clean and, you know, want to stay with them until she finds a job. And he was like, listen, that could take up to 6 months to a year. I ain't got time for that. But, you know, that's what she want. And Rashad, you know, convinced her to let her stay. That at least had some dinner. They wound up having dinner. He was so happy. Miss Peaches. That's her name. Okay. Meanwhile, Gemma had came over there to Jake's place and they was up there talking about their relationship and all of that or whatever. And, you know, I was just like, these little kids, y'all too fucking young for all this shit. He started singing a little song to her. I said, oh, so that's what we doing? We doing a musical this episode? I just don't care about Jake and Gemma. I am so sorry. All right. I really don't. But moving on from there, speaking of the little kids, Kevin, you know, Kevin and Lene, they come up into the school and they have to go through the metal detectors. I don't give a damn. Like, out here in Chicago, no matter what neighborhood, like Whitney Young, my school, it was in a good neighborhood. It's in a good neighborhood, and they still had metal detectors that we had to come through too. And you know, uh, I mean, that's how it is these days. But they had game controllers, PS4s, and all that stuff. And they was like, that's not you're not supposed to bring this unless you get permission. So now they didn't cursed out they talked back to the security guard who was telling them that they not supposed to have it. So now they had in-school detention or whatever. They had to go to the principal office, and basically, they was trying to start a gamers club. So this teacher comes in and basically, on the fly tried to take up for them and say, I told them they can bring it and I'll be in charge and I'll get the funding and all that stuff and we'll keep the thing going if you get 5 or more students or whatever. And I appreciate the teacher coming in and stepping in and saying what he said because, the principal was like, what you think bringing this up in the school for? And the teacher had to say, you see these kids, these white kids, they get to do this and they get to make money off of it. So why is it that they can do it, but the black kids in these schools can't? And I was like, exactly. Treat them the goddamn same. Ain't nothing wrong with that, And so the teacher's just gonna be, over that. And then, excuse me, I'm so sorry, my sinuses and everything, and then it's pollen and shit outside. So she winds up letting them have it. They in class, and hold on one second. The teacher, he's talking about them doing an NFT, and one of their students already sold an NFT, and they all have to do one or whatever. Baby, I know the definition of an NFT, a non-refundable token, a non-fundable token or something like that. Bitch, whatever the fuck. I know what it is. I still just don't understand it. Like, for some reason, it's just not clicking as to how that whole thing works. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just like, what's the fucking point? What is the point? I'm just, girl, I feel like at this point, I am at that age now, or I am at that point in my life where I'm starting to feel like my parents or my grandparents when they be like, what is this with all this new technology? Can we just go back to the regular shit? And that's how I feel right now when they talk about NFTs. I be so dumb when I'm hearing it. Like, what is this shit, bitch? What is it for? I don't get the purpose. God damn. Y'all just coming up with shit just to come up with shit. And so they had to do one. The little girl, Simone, had already sold one. And Kevin was looking at her. And come to find out, this was the girl that he danced with at Maisha's birthday. And so he wound up going over there talking to her or whatever. I said, oh, so now this is going to be his little love interest because Lene, I feel like she wanted, I don't know if she really had feelings for Kevin, but Kevin had feelings for her. And it was mostly because he was fresh off the breakup of getting his heart broken by Gemma. And so he was moving a little bit fast trying to put his feelings on another person. And I don't feel like, Lene shut him down. And so I don't know if Lene shut him down just to shut him down, or if Lene shut him down so that she can get to know him, but she really do got feelings for him. I don't know how that's going to work. But old girl was like, hey. And he was like, you remember dancing with me? Yeah, I remember. You like the stars? You like the universe? I do that all the time. You want to come look at the moon with me? I said, wait a minute. Now, at first, I was like, all right. We talking about more stuff than just, let's go to a movie, let's go eat something, let's go watch TV or whatever. She said, let's go look at the moons and the stars. I said, come on, astrology. And I was waiting for her to start talking about, what's your sign? I said, don't do that to me. Do not do that to me, because I see it up and down my timeline all the damn time, and I'm getting tired of it, okay? But then, she said, and only texting emojis. I said, well, you're a kid, so understandable. And the whole situation with Papa. Now, Papa's pulpit, the podcast is doing real good. It's doing real good to the point that Papa is verified on Twitter. Papa got a blue check. I said, what? Oh, okay. And they still dragging his ass. Because after he put his ass out there and said that shit about, this is what we need, the community would be better if we had more fathers in the homes and, all this stuff. Granted, what he said, I get what he was trying to say. I get what he was trying to say, but the way he said it as a dig, okay? And that's why people wasn't coming off. It came off very judgmental, and that's why the people was not here for it. And the way that he attacked Jake out of nowhere with it, you know what I'm saying? And so, he's feeling the type of way about getting dragged. He tried to put out a tweet to apologize, and it didn't work. And Maisha was talking to him about it, and he wound up, because he was like, why is it that these celebrities, you put out a apology and they still get dragged for the apology or whatever. And I was like, because that apology that you put out wasn't sincere. So he gets on live and he posted a little something, and he basically said, I'm sorry for the way that I came at people. I wasn't trying to talk about. I said, but you was being very judgmental, and you was being very nasty and everything. Okay, and that's why people really wasn't here for it. And then you came at Jake, and then he tried to apologize to Jake. He said, and Jake, you like the brother that I never wanted, but I don't want to live without, because you my friend and I love you. You know what I'm saying? And then he had threw a jab in there about how he take people girls and stuff. I said, now see, Papa, you was on the right track, and you ain't had to put that part up in there. I just said, I don't know what's going on with Papa. But at the same time, I kind of do. Papa's trying to find his voice, because I feel like when he was in the group with Kevin and Jake, it was just Kevin and Jake, all about their issues, and they really didn't care about his issues, because he was more so, he wasn't like them. He wasn't worldly. You know what I'm saying? And when I say worldly, he wasn't out here trying to get at all the girls. He wasn't out here trying to cut curfew. He wasn't out here trying to do street things and smoke weed or whatever. He's about the Bible. He's about the church. He's about living God's word. You know what I'm saying? And so now I guess he done found his voice, and I don't know where it's going to take him. I really don't. But moving on from that, Jada, here's another dumb one, okay? Here's another dumb one at this point. I'm sorry, I'm going to just have to say it. Because, listen, fool me once, shame on you, bitch. Fool me twice, bitch. Shame on me, bitch, okay? Ain't no third time, all right? You got one time to fuck me over. I'm not finna go back with you. I'm not about to go back with you. I'm not finna depend and base a relationship that I already got and try to, judge whether or not I want to go back and forth in my mind. Do I want to stay with this person, or do I want to get with this person who fucked me over so bad? It has a history of doing that. And I'm just sitting here like, what? Jada is sitting at the crib. First of all, yeah, she sit at the crib with that hot roller set ass hair. Baby, her hair looked like a duster. A duster like the little dust bunny. I said, Mama, but just brush it, bump the ends, okay? Just brush it down a little, comb it down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I don't know why. Are they trying to make her look older than what she is? Are they trying to make her look older? Because, take the comb and just comb it just a little bit. You ain't even got to do it so hard, just like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying. And give it a little swoop, baby. Oh, I don't get it. Or change the color. I think that's what's throwing me off. I think it's the color and the way that she ain't combing them curls out. But anyway, bitch, I know a little something. Okay, I know a little something. My mama used to have hair like that. Have her hair like that. And she used to comb it down a little bit. And it used to look so cute on her. Jada, comb your hair down. Damn. Bump them curls. Anyway, so she sit there with Tracy and Dre and Nina and talking about the fact that, she kissed Darnell, and, she don't know if she really want to get back with him, but she don't know about Suede or whatever. And you notice how Dre was getting so defensive, especially when it came to Darnell? Oh, you don't need to do that. And at one point, it was almost as if, she knew something that happened. Dre got so defensive at something like, I'm like, did you have something going on with Jada? Or did you have something going on with Darnell? It was just weird. And I know they all went to high school together. I know she know how they were in high school. But the way Dre was just coming off, I was just like, girl, chill out a little bit. But she is telling her in so many words, you being dumb as shit trying to go back with him, or even thinking about going back with him. And like one of them said, you probably just bored because you in an actual good relationship and you don't know what to do with it because you so used to being in toxic shit. And I feel like that's what it is. She wants some toxicity in her life. And some people, you just have to understand and admit that you just need some toxicity in your life. You don't want a regular relationship. You want that so-called excitement, okay? And that's literally what she looking at. Because with Darnell, it's like, girl, what? Why are you doing this? She get in the bed, swayed up in there. She about to kiss him. They about to have sex, and she wound up telling him that I kissed Darnell. And he was like, what? You know, and at first I'm thinking that he finna get pissed off and leave her, because I probably would have, and then I would have came back and we would have talked. But he was like, I mean, do you think you want to get back with him and everything? She was like, no, it's just, I want you. I want this. And he was like, okay. And I'm just like, what? You done kissed your baby daddy, okay? And then Darnell calling her and asking what she got on, and you know, you told Swade about us or whatever, and what I think. She said, first of all, we ain't got no thing, and I'm staying with him, and he already knows, and he's okay with it, and we're gonna move past it. Oh, he one of them type of niggas. And my whole thing is this, Jada, that man played you when you were young, left you with a baby, barely even was there for Emmett, and only came truly into his life when he became an adult, a young adult who needed very guidance, and he wasn't the guidance that he truly needed, to be honest. He's nobody example for me, okay? But at the same time, he is in a relationship with somebody else, and he's willing to fucking cheat on her and to dump her just for you. Now, what does that say? If he can easily dump that girl, he can easily fuck around on you and dump you for the next woman that comes along that catches his eye. I'm sitting here like, Jada, think you're too old to be. When I say old, in these senses, I'm saying mature. You know what I'm saying? We're too mature. Let me say it that way. We should be more mature to know these things, okay? Don't act like your son. Don't act like Tiffany ass, okay? Oh my God. This situation with Tiffany and Emmett, it is blowing my mind, okay? Because I just don't understand what is going on and why is it happening like this. I mean, I get it. And it all boils down to the fact that they got married young. They should never technically try to be in a relationship together because neither one of them knew what they wanted. And then one is has already figured out what they wanted before the other one has. They're not on the same page, and they never were on the same page. And what y'all pointed out to me, and I forgot to mention, and that's what we was all agreeing. If I ain't respond to the comments, baby, I've been reading them. And listen. We all agree. That bitch, and I'm sorry to say it like that, but the thing of it is, I get that Emmett was cheating. I get that Emmett did all of this stuff. I like the relationship that Tiffany and Keisha has together. You know, they finna go out, go party or whatever. She getting her out the house. I said at least Keisha is comfortable enough to go out the house and go do those things now. And she got a homegirl by her side and all this shit. But my whole thing is, it's about to be some issues because Keisha and Emmett might be getting together. You saw the sparks that's going to be happening in next week's episode. But my issue is this. I get Emmett put you through some shit, right? I get that. And she was the one who wanted the open relationship, not him. He couldn't take it. Even though he cheated, he tried to stop cheating. And actually, he did stop cheating. After he did that shit with Dom, he hasn't been with anybody else because he figured out, I'm sorry that I'm moving this. I literally came in, didn't even bother to set my thing up. So that's what it is. I apologize. So he hasn't been with anybody else, at least that I know of or can remember. But at the same time, it is really Tiffany trying to figure out what it is that she wants with herself. So instead of her just saying, I don't want to be in this relationship, she leaves the relationship, she leaves the marriage and goes to her mama house and then leaves her mother house to go to her dip house, her side nigga house, who is trying to make her his main woman. And she keeps talking about this open marriage type of situation, this open relationship and monogamy. And as I'm looking at it and what it sounded like, Tiffany is not too sure about monogamy, about being in a monogamous relationship, and that is fine. But see, what you not gonna do is move into another nigga house with your child, and that's what y'all was all going in on in the comments, and I was like, yes, I forgot to mention that, but yes, she moved into that man's house with her son. And he has yet to meet Emmett. Emmett don't know shit about him. Now let Emmett would have had did something like that and introduced the son to a bitch that he was fucking around with. Oh, it would have been a whole problem. It would have been a whole thing. She probably would have been trying to fight the bitch, okay? Like she would have been calling her all type of names. Y'all know how that shit go. But it's okay for you to get in a move in the house with him because that's your son or whatever. You the mother, and you got prime custody, I guess primary custody or whatever. I don't know. But it's okay for you to do that because y'all technically not in a relationship. Y'all just fucking around. And Rob, he wants to be in a relationship. Okay? He don't want no other. He said that pussy man. All right? I said, oh, she said, first of all, it ain't yours. It's mine. I said, I know that's the fuck right. My whole thing is this. And then you get upset that Emmett called your ass out about having him on the fucking emergency pickup list for the kid at school. Not only did you leave Emmett, which is understandable, you enrolled the child into another school and you didn't bring Emmett with you so that he could know. You told him just by chance that, you got to pick him up before this or whatever. You didn't have him there. This is already starting off bad. You didn't tell him about this Rob nigga. Okay, you didn't say nothing, and now you put him on the emergency pickup list, and then you sitting there and you wondering why he thinking that he want a relationship or that y'all in a relationship when you sit there talking about something. No, we just staying here. No, that man want a whole relationship with you, dummy. Okay, and she was like, I don't even know you like that. We barely even know each other. I'm just staying here. I said, you barely even know him. But yet you got your kid up in the house with him. You got him picking up your son. You're playing house with a nigga that you barely know. And you're giving off wrong fucking signals and you giving him sex probably. You are dumb. And you're gonna get yourself in some trouble in a world of fucking hurt. I said, oh my God, Tiffany, you going from one nigga to the next. This bitch, she needs to be single. You need to be single. I don't understand what is the issue with being single and trying to figure out who you are. She's young. And y'all told the comments up, a few of y'all was trying to do the math with the B2K and the Bow Wow shit. Man, I'm in the comments on one of y'all comments. I said, B2K and Bow Wow, even though they came out at this time, they have kids. They had kids. That was their fan base and all that shit. And I said that, and after I typed it up, I said, yeah, but still the math ain't mathing because they like 25, 24, 23. They're around 23, 24 years old. That's their age. And B2K came out when I'm 35. B2K came out when so that means I'm 10 years older than them. 10 years plus older than them. So they was infants. So maybe she just discovered him. I don't know. It's not math. They should have, maybe that's the only boy bands or whatever that they could think of. I don't know. Like, they should have had like mindless behavior on the wall or something like that. That would have been a little bit more, okay? More believable or whatever. Mindless behavior or some shit. Or Justin Bieber. But it's the hood. But then the niggas in the hood, they like Justin Bieber too. The girls, they love them too. So, hey, I don't know. But y'all caught that. I said, you know what? Y'all are absolutely right. But Tiffany is doing the wrong thing. And she gonna wind up getting herself hurt. And then, I don't know. My whole thing is this. Going back to Darnell. Where the fuck is Dom? Now, I know she gonna be on the season. Bring her ass back. I need some trouble to happen, okay? Bring Rosalind back real quick. Because I need something like this. Is episode 2. It was cute. But, so far, it could be better. Where's the action? Y'all building it up? Let me tell you something. We can admit that the show ain't like it used to be. It ain't like it used to be. I understand the direction that it's going, but I need to pick it up. Okay? It's cute. It's watchable. It's doable. It's still going to get a view and a review from me, but I need them to pick this up. But anyway, if I missed anything, put it down in the comments. Oh, excuse me. And I will see you guys later. Peace.